I want to know if you think the things that he alleged about Drake, do you feel like they were true, or do you feel like this was just rap beef? Because if you felt like Kendrick was just talking, just saying wild and outlandish things because it's a rap diss, then I'm thinking there's probably no weight to this lawsuit. But do you think that Kendrick made up these things about Drake just to have a fire diss track and to ruin his reputation? What do you think?
If the shoe fits, wear it. All that to say is I think it's hard to, because he's not suing Kendrick, right? He's suing the company, he's suing the album. And I think this is the reality. People lie in music all day. People say things and do things. And yes, this is impacting him because it's a greater hit and bop that he'll ever have. But I think it's petty. I think you're setting a precedent.
Pause on the lawsuit just for a second. Do you think that the claims that he is making about Drake are true, in your opinion?
No, I don't think they're like, he wouldn't like that. Is the P specific claim. I think the rest, is one thing. The P specific claim is like, is that even legal to do?
To call someone a pedo?
Yeah.
Legal? All I can say is he better be one if you call him that. Because if he's not one,
and that's where buddy. The tricky thing, and that's where the tricky thing is like, I don't think that was like, again, Drake went after his family. Don't type that in.
What are you All right. The action of damaging the good reputation of someone, slander or libel.
Did he have a good reputation to begin with?
Okay, so we're going to ask the law. So,
the law.
What do you need for defamation of character? To prove prima facie defamation, a plaintiff must show 4 things: a false statement purporting to be a fact, that he is a P, all right? Publication or communication of that statement to a third person, the world. 3, fault amounting to at least negligence. 4, damages. Dude, I don't know if you're saying I don't think that Drake is actually the P word, then you are by definition saying that UMG defamed his character.
Didn't Drake made assumptions about Kendrick, about him being a bad husband, cheating on his wife, and doing all these things?
Then Kendrick needs to sue that man.
See, and that's the issue. I don't think it's right to call anyone that, like, personally, I don't think it's right. You should call anyone that is not one, unless you had allegedly good reason to.
Yeah.
But like, that's where it's tough, because like, let's just go digging. Are there
lines in rap beefs? Are there lines you can't cross? No. What do you mean? No. You just said you should not call someone
personally. This is a rap beef. Beef is not personal, okay?
No harm. It's not until everybody believes.
Versus
Nas, the greatest, before this
Maybe
beef.
We should react to that.
I thought about it, but the last video had a copyright strike, and there's a feeling that I'm just like, I don't know if I want to do it.
You think that would be? You should just read the lyrics.
We can't.
You can't even read it.
Okay, if you guys don't know what we're talking about, if you guys are young, what are you gonna look up? You're gonna be like Jay-Z. If you guys don't know what we're talking about, We're actually going to pull this up right here so you guys can see it. Come on. This song is probably one of by Nas, Ether. Can I spell ether? Yes, I can spell ether.
That is the hardest line.
This is the genuine. Is not like us. I actually like Ether better because Ether, while it goes against Jay-Z, you don't feel that scummy, like you just robbed Drake of his soul. This is probably one of the greatest rap beef songs ever. Go look it up. All right. So I'm going to give my opinion. I think that it is I didn't say this in the deal, but Drake had to pull his son out of school. His wife and girlfriend had to move out of Toronto with their kid because of the death threats, because of the people coming after him for that claim. So here's the tough part. Like, I got to be honest with you. They're in a rap beef. Wild allegations and wild things will be said. Well, but I feel like the world forgot that this is just, I don't think it's fun, but I think the world forgot this is a rap beef. Anything can be said. Whatever just sounds like fire. Like when you listen to battle rappers saying like, you know what? Like, I'm your father. Like, I got with your mom and I'm your father. Like, nobody believes that. Nobody actually thinks
is not like your mama's so fat.
Yeah. But here's the problem. For whatever reason, when Kendrick said, you're a certified lover boy, the world believed it. And now, and here's the deal. Maybe it's true. Maybe it's not. But
you reap what you sow. Listen, you reap what you sow. You go hard and you go after this man's family, and you go hard and go after his character, his family. You expect it's all going to be cheap. You're like, oh, I'm going to do this without getting some bruises and scars along the way. Like he forgot that Kendrick is straight hood. He's straight gangster. Like he's going for the jugular. And if you think anything less, shame on you.
So here's the deal, Jerry.
You go toe to toe with a gangster, and
Jerry, you get. So here's the deal.
Wop 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 wop.
Here's the deal. I got to be honest with you. Part about being gangster is serving the time in silence.
Gladly.
So we're about to see how gangster he is when he owes $500 billion for damages. Anyways, just personally, I do think that is a weak move. I'm not going to lie to you. It's a weak move, allegedly, from Drake. But I am not a believer that there are no lines. There has to be some civility. We cannot, not civility. Civility is not the right word. But there has to be some boundaries. Because the reality is I think someone's going to take it to a level. And like this happened with Eminem and his rap beefs. Bro, somebody in D12 died. Like because of the deal. Like there has to be a limit of like, bro, we are not going to involve children. Bro, we are not going to, we're not going to explicitly detail messing with somebody's wife or fiance or that sort of. I just feel like there has to be something.